What's good, people? It's your boy Venxm alongside my home slice Dami Zain, and this is the Unpicked podcast.
Hey. Hey guys, what's good? I hope you guys have had a good week. So Venxm, let's get into it. Today I want to unpick Jada and Will
and Jada.
Why is our sis, I can't even call her a good sis,
Damn,
why is she always embarrassing Will? Like, what's good?
so how did she embarrass him?
So basically, she was on some talk show. I don't know if it was her Red Table Talks or something else. I can't.
It's always Red Table Talks.
It must be. I can't remember who she was talking to. I don't know if it was Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, and her mum.
And she was like talking about how her sex life with Will basically hasn't always been great. It's just not always been great, you know. And okay, I didn't actually see the footage, so I was thinking, wow, like, Jada, why is it every time you have to tear Will down? Like, why can't you just portray your relationship in a nice way? Must you always basically say that Will's not up to par? Do you see what I'm saying? But I did watch the footage myself instead of like hearing back, like secondhand what's going on.
What conclusion did you come to from watching it yourself?
Basically what she was saying is, in marriage, like, the sex life isn't always popping. You got to put the work in. Basically, that's what I got from it, right? And I think, you know, because with Jada, time and time again, she's thrown Will under the bus. So I think a lot of people heard that and just assumed that she was saying that Will's sex is dead, innit?
To be fair, yeah, I saw the memes. Obviously, well, this is the age, innit? You always see the memes before you actually see the event or the situation or whatever. Yeah. I saw memes saying that she was saying that Will's sex is dead, and then it was the whole Will half crying face from the Red Table Talk and all of that. And I was like, wow, this woman just don't want to give this guy a break. There's levels to this though, because when I saw the full footage, I literally saw like a normal adult discussion about sex and people just saying, yeah, like, you know, in relationships, we put a lot of onus on our partners to like know exactly how we're thinking and feelings, when like, why would anybody know exactly how you're thinking and feeling, kind of vibe. So I actually was like on her side on this occasion, because I was like, she didn't actually say anything that deep. People have taken this like way beyond what she actually said, but that's going to be her character from now on, because she definitely did throw him under the bus previously.
Are you talking about entanglement?
I'm referencing entanglement, because entanglement mad.
Crazy.
Entanglement is mad. And I think like low key, she destroyed Will Smith's image. Like,
I totally agree. I think it's come to the point now where, I mean, this is case on point. She didn't even really throw him under the bus this time. But because of the reputation she's now built for Will in their relationship, people just assumed that she was basically taking the piss out of him, you know?
I don't even know if they assumed it. I think they just made it up because, like, it's a fun narrative to have.
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a little bit of not actually listening to or looking at the source itself and just taking secondhand. Because like, me, I have to admit, I did the same thing. So I saw a snippet, right? And saw the memes and the headlines, and I was like, Jada.
Yeah,
like, just,
I was like, girl,
sis,
let the man live.
Just like, the kids are older now. You lot can divorce, you know. If it's that deep, you lot can divorce, yeah? So I jumped the gun, and then I watched the actual interview, and I was like, oh, she's talking facts. Like, if most married couples would be saying what she's saying. Do you understand me?
It was a fully
you gotta keep
general conversation.
Yeah,
it wasn't even like, Will.
Yeah,
it was very general.
She was very general, and it's not like she's lying, because I mean, married couples out there, tell the truth. You got to do things to keep the spice alive. It's not the same as what it was when you lot were like newly married and you're going out like rabbits.
It's not the same as when you were single.
It's not the same as when you weren't even married and you were just boyfriend and girlfriend, you know, like
when you were just linking.
Do you know what I mean? When it was all fun and games, it's not going to be the same.
When so there's no licky.
Right, there's no licky clapping cheeks. Sorry.
Wow. Okay.
We adults. We adults
up where
in.
Dami is at.
We adults up in here. Okay, right. So it wasn't. I mean, they still.
If you're Dami's neighbor. And you hear clapping.
Can we not do that? Can we not do that?
It's not a round of applause.
Oh, Lord.
No one is watching the tennis. That's not what that is.
Venom.
What?
Lord have mercy. Anyway, right? Sticking to topic.
Yeah.
Lord. Because it's not like, I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, yeah, guys, I'm not saying that once you're married, clapping cheeks stops. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, when you've been with the same person for a very long time, naturally, you know, people change, people's flavors change, what people like changes. Or it can get samey, you know, like, you know, it starts to get to the point where you can predict what position they're going to do next. Like, okay, we're going to start off this way.
They've been together for years. Man.
Yeah, like, you know each other. So obviously to keep the spice alive, you've got to do different things. But it's normal. That's normal. And I think what she was saying was that, is that you've got in a married couple, when you're married, you've got to put the effort in to keep it spicy. And I don't think she's saying anything different to what other people have said. Yeah. But
nah, it was mad.
Yeah, but I think that because of the way she's portrayed Will in the past, people aren't even willing to really listen to what she's saying anymore. Like, no one really takes Jada seriously when you really deep it.
But the thing is, it's hard to. It's actually hard to because, like, yeah, that whole entanglements thing, that was madness. And that was in the middle of the pandemic as well, isn't it? So, like, literally everybody saw it. Like, it wasn't a busy life. Like, everyone had time to really get into that narrative and to just be like, wow, Jada.
Yeah.
And then you're just looking at Will like, bro, like a whole Will Smith. Like, this guy been my champion for decades. And look at his woman just rubbishing him online.
But Will didn't do himself any favors. Can we go back to that entanglement video?
Yeah.
Will did himself no favors. My guy looked like he was beat up, tired, done out here. And there was
wait, you talking about the red table
talk between him and Jada, where she dropped the entanglement, because that's where entanglement came from. Do you understand? So I think that's when she dropped the line that she was in. I was in an entanglement.
That's when she but didn't it come out before? That was supposed to be the repair. Him coming on the show was to kind of clear up the story.
So don't get me wrong, like, what's his name? August or whatever his name is, right? He dropped it that them two had a team.
That's how
so Will and Jada had to come and address it now. They tried to do their own damage control.
Weren't working.
And decided to do a red table talk to come and discuss their love life. And Will did insinuate that he's also stepped out on Jada, right? But when Jada was talking about August, he didn't do himself any favors. Like, I remember watching it thinking, Jada looks mad, almost stoic, like she looks she's happy with what she's done, boy. It is what it is. I had my entanglement. She's talking about it like almost like after that show, she's going to go jump into August's pant. You understand? She's ready to go do it again. She don't give a damn. Will, on the other hand, he came across to me very like run down, tired.
He looked over
He looked
man.
hurt. Not even over. He looked hurt. So I think by him displaying himself in that way, whether he felt that way for real or not, it's kind of helped. Or it's kind of aided.
It's helped the narrative.
It's aided this narrative that we have.
It has.
That he's trapped in this marriage and Jada's just like doesn't
doing a madness.
Right. And he seems like the victim. But I don't think Will is the victim.
the way I perceived it, but I don't know if this is the general consensus in how they, like, you know, it was perceived. But the way I perceived it was not necessarily that he was hurt by her, but more so by the fallout. Because, like, the internet took it, like, on the next level. Like, the memes, there were memes before the entanglement memes and the entanglement red table, if you know what I mean. And then that just made it even worse.
I mean, the whole I'm in an entanglement thing, it didn't come out until the red table. So like me using the language entanglement, first of all, the first time I heard it was in the red table talk when Jada dropped it. And I was like, sis, what's an entanglement, please?
I was like, it's a real word as well. I was like, boy.
I had to go and look it up. I was like, oh right. So it's not that Disney movie Entangled. Tangled.
No, but she rubbished the brand. Like, this is the most important thing about that whole thing, is she rubbished the
Which brand?
The Will Smith brand, man. She mashed it up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it don't exist no more.
I think
I'm just saying that it's been battered.
She battered it before that, because remember, this is the same Jada that on Tupac's either, and like, you know, marking how many years he died or his birthday, she wrote a letter saying how he's the love of her life and whatever, and posted that as a happy birthday.
I know, but
Tupac.
I mean, like,
from there, everyone was like, wow, Jada, this guy's gone, you know, you're a married woman, you're thinking about past relationships. Do you think, deep it. Do you think, you're in a relationship now? Do you think your fiance can be talking about ex-boyfriend like that?
No.
And you're not going to... come on.
I don't feel like that rubbish is my brand. I think that makes her look mad. It's just like, right, you're mad ungrateful and like, you're moving, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, the entanglements thing, that's like, you know what I mean? Because like, at least Tupac's passed, and you get what I mean? Like, it's just different. Like, she just fantasizing about something that she had when she was a kid. But the entanglement thing is, you really like stepped out on your man, albeit that might be the nature of your relationship, is that's okay if you guys communicate it and stuff, so that's fine. But it's the fact that like he's like a younger you, not, you know, ish, if you can describe August in that way. And then he's like, it's just the comparisons, and like he's even as young as your son, and he's your son's brethren, and then it was all of the whole narrative. You're just like, rah, but this is my guy Will Smith, and Will Smith has aligned himself with like Muhammad Ali. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not Muhammad Ali,
but he
played him. So now you're like, no, this is Will Smith. And
I hear it.
Rubbishing the whole brand. Will Smith, and I'm not saying that Will Smith made his family. Obviously, it appears that way because he's the man that's always in the Hollywood movies, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But he's a part of this family who are all epic within their own right. She's done amazing films and bits, and she's like so beautiful. Everyone fancied her at some point in their life. His son and his daughter are amazing, and they're doing their own avant-garde kind of things. But they're stepping in territories where you're not used to seeing black kids, and it's making people uncomfortable and other people super comfortable and happy, because they're like, raw, like Willow is a black girl, but she's just doing a mad punk thing right now. Like, she started off with the whipping her hair and a mini Rihanna, but then
I have to say, this punk thing suits her.
She's love it, man.
Bag. She's in
fully
her bag. I'm here for it. Yes, Willow.
But that's what I feel like. Like, I know, do you know what? It's the unfairness, because I feel like if Will cheated on Jada, like just raw cheated, I don't feel like everyone would be like, bruv, you're mashing up the family.
Do you know what?
But
I'm so glad you said that.
woman of the family, it's just like,
I am so glad you said that, because what I wanted to say, was I think they did a huge PA stunt, right? I think, like I said, they were trying to do, let's manage the situation. The story's out there now. And everyone's always had this rumor that they're in an open relationship, but they've never actually admitted it ever. It's just been like I don't want to talk about. I'm gonna raise. It's kind of like the whole R. Kelly thing. Like, everyone knew about it, but no one was really saying it until now. Do you understand? So everyone kind of knew they were in an open relationship, but no, it was never really put out there. And I think in the Red Table talk, that was the first time that we got a real insight, a true insight into their relationship. And I think what Jada did was, rather than just say, yeah, me and August had a relationship outside of our marriage, I cheated, basically, right? She tried to come and glamorize it and make it sound like something it's not. You know, like how sometimes big businesses, they come and fabricate story for you by using words and language to try and bamboozle you. And really, just say it like it is. Like, just say that you cheated.
Entanglement.
You now came and said we was in an entanglement, rather than just saying, yes, Will, me and August had a relationship outside of our marriage. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I feel like if she had just said that, it would have come off completely different. But because she tried to do, it made a mockery of the situation by her even trying to say entanglement. And then on top of that, because Will was looking, he was looking hard done by. Yeah. So it just kind of made it seem like, Will, you're letting Jada just come and tarnish you like this. Do you understand? And it's not, I don't think Will is totally innocent.
No, I know
definitely
that. You know
not.
what I mean? Like,
yeah, definitely not. Right.
For the things that she said and the way she's moving, there's got to be more. But that's the difference. Is like how he is at least carrying himself or handling that business is not in a way where it's flaring up and then mashing up the Jada Pinkett brand. If you know what I mean. Like, I feel like she just low key tearing man down. Like,
I think people feel that way. I personally think people feel that way because Will is a bigger name.
I mean, yeah, he is.
He's a bigger name. He's got a bigger legacy. Sorry, Jada. Actually, I'm not sorry. He's got a bigger legacy. Damn. Like you said, he's done more. No, but he's done more. Will is a household name. This is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air we're talking about. Do you understand? So I think he's a role model. I'm not saying Jada's not a role model. She could be a role model to some women out there. Not me personally, but she could be. Really. But not to the scale of Will Smith. And the thing about social media is, back in the day, celebrities were this like mystical. They were like these mystical creatures. You only saw them on TV. You didn't really get to know much about what's going on in their lives. But with social media now, we get to know what they're like. To an extent, we get to know them personally on a different level. And I think because they're a celebrity, they're on a different level, there's no access to them like that has gone away. We now get to see what their marriage is actually like. And I think that Red Table Talk showed what it's like. And I actually think that they're not happy.
She gave us too much access.
Too much.
Yeah, she gave us way too much access.
Listen, like, it's not necessary. You should have just said, to be honest, it would have been better off. It would have completely died down if August had said what he said and them two just stayed quiet.
Yeah, it would have been better if they didn't say nothing. Or if they just broke up. But like, I tell you what it's like for me. I'm looking at Will Smith and legitimately he's not one of my role models. Like, I have so many, but like there's nothing that I do that he's actually in line with where I would be like, Will Smith is my guy. Like, if I was in acting, maybe but like there's nothing that he is my role model for. I pick people for specific things. But I cannot ignore the fact that he's one of the few amazing black men that are out there that other people can fantasize about and use that as their beacon to achieve something great. And while she's out here doing, I'm a celebrity, I just want to do gossip and chatty patty around the table, she's just mashing up other people's potential North Star to get them to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Whatever destination they're trying to get to. Think, like, she's just making him mortal. She just made him the most mortal man.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. The whole
Totally agree.
thing.
Totally agree. I think they are not happy in their relationship and they're trying to figure it out. And I think that's absolutely okay. In marriage, even in like casual relationships, like, whatever.
Bring that to the forum of the world.
The thing is, it's because they're celebrities, so we expect a different level in terms of how they deal with that. If it was just a normal couple that nobody knows about, no one cares about, even influencers, no one really cares. Like, it's just news for now. You're not Beyonce and Jay-Z. You're not Will and Jada. Yeah. No one really gives a damn. Yeah. So I feel like in those sorts of situations, if you want to lay it all out, you'll be the talk of the town for about 15 minutes. Maybe you might even feature in some podcasts like this, but no one's going to really care to talk about it for that long. Yeah. Whereas when you're a celebrity and it's out there, like I said before, because of the whole, you're a celebrity, people really look up to them. People were saying they wanted a relationship like Will and Jada for time. And then all of a sudden it was
just looking at the years,
because they're looking at them like,
and they're looking at the family,
and Will,
they're looking at his level of success and her commitment,
right?
To him,
and Will acts like he's very profound. Like everything about him is very wise, profound. I see things in this way, and then here's Jada coming on and telling you she was in an entanglement with someone that's the same age as her son. Do you see what I'm saying? So it just doesn't make the brand doesn't make the brand look great.
It doesn't.
But I feel like they're within their rights to work out whatever they need to work out in their marriage. They just should not have publicized it. Yeah, and I think because of the entanglement situation and the whole "I still love you, Tupac, you're the love of my life" business, whilst you're
it just
married
doesn't
woman,
look good for her.
When she's now talking about something general, and what she said is true. That in
100% true.
It's facts. I'm not married and I know that. It's now what she was saying, even though it was true and right and whatever, it's been overshadowed by what she said in the past, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah. What has happened is the damage she's done to the brand is actualizing in their face. Like now you're seeing what you've done.
Yeah.
Because now you're talking about things that ain't even that deep. And everyone's like, nah, you're coming for the guy you're rubbishing him again.
And people are already questioning what's going on between you because of what's happened before. So that's like, right, okay, so sex is dead. That's the reason why you're stepping out on Will, yeah? Is that the reason why you're thinking about Tupac? I mean, I saw a meme where they were like, wow, they were literally like, Jada, why don't you just leave Will and let him know that you're still in love with Tupac? You're still pining for Tupac, basically. So just leave Will alone.
Yeah.
And that's deep. That's peak. Even if it's true, we shouldn't even be able to come to that conclusion, but we can because of what she's done before.
Yeah, she just.
I think this is a nice segue to this other thing that I saw on Twitter, right? That I kind of wanted to get your opinion on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get my phone out because
go for it.
I saw this tweet and I was like, "Yo, I don't even know how I would respond. It's a sticky one still." Okay. So basically, someone posted, and I'll read it out. Hi. They asked to hide their identity because everyone does that. So they were like, why are women so deceptive like this? Before I married my wife, she told me she was into BDSM like me. This is the reason I married her, because that is the only way I can have sex and enjoy it. I am a let me not, because obviously my face it will tell you what I think before I say it. Anyway, I am a sadist. I like flogging her and inflicting injuries on her. The pain and her cry arouses me. She was really good at it. After I married her, she stopped it totally and said we should grow up from our youthful exuberances. What does she mean by that? We didn't even date up to 1 year before we got married. She complained of the marks she gets as a result of beating and flogging her with my belt. I have done everything in the book to make her do BDSM with me, but she has totally refused and insists we have sex in a normal way. Normal way. Because what's normal? Sorry. I have a lot of girls that I can do it with.
There's definitely no more.
Let me finish. I have a lot of girls that I can do it with if she doesn't change. I am no longer having fun again because of my wife. Please, what should I do? Because I will cheat.
Mad. I will do it.
I will. And I feel this is an African man. Sorry, not sorry.
The last line made it sound.
Because like I even took away the "oh" because he even said I will cheat. I said, this African man. He's African man. He said he likes to flog her. Flog.
Yeah, flog of all the words. You want to be doing flogging? No.
So.
Okay. Right. The first thing that pricked my ear that seemed a bit mad, where he said, so the narrative is that they're married, but they haven't even been together for 1 year.
Before he married her.
So how long have they been married?
We don't know, but it was a year.
Okay.
It took a year.
Because he said from when they were married, it was no more.
Before they were married, she was allowing him to do whatever he wanted. Yeah.
But from marriage, no more.
From marriage, she said, we must do it the normal way. Sorry, I'm putting the accent on because I'm assuming he's...
You've already.
I am code switching heavy right now.
Yeah, you know.
Heavy. Yeah. So the normal way.
I mean, it does kind of tie in with this previous conversation a little bit as well, because it could be, you know, what happened there. But look, married life is married life, boy. It means different things to different people. I guess she was never into, you know, the BDSM, and they clearly didn't have conversations around it and the future and marriage. Otherwise, they would have known that wasn't gonna last. You know what I mean? Throughout the married life. I mean, who wants to be getting beaten like that all the time anyway? If it's only one way, right? You looking around like me, because if it's only one way, one direction, then, you know, it might not be working.
If she's not a sadist, then she wouldn't want to inflict pain on him. But there is, I forget the term, but some people like to be beat.
Dominated.
Yeah, they like to be beat. Like they like the pain.
Yeah, of course.
So they like to receive the pain. I think for me, I was thinking there's a whole host of issues with this. The first thing, that I was thinking was, well, you only married this woman because of sex.
I mean,
that's how it comes across to me, because he said the reason why he married, like, he physically.
No, but he said, did he say the reason why?
He said, before I married my wife, she told me she was into BDSM like me. This is the reason I married her, because that is the only way I can have sex and enjoy it.
Okay.
So there might have been other factors, but obviously to him, the sex matters so much. And it needs to be aligned, which I agree. I agree with, because I am not marrying someone. I am not marrying someone if the sex is dead. Okay, try before you buy. So, for that reason, sense. If for me, I get it. If you're not compatible sexually, it's a problem, especially if you're not willing to compromise or you actually don't like it. So the first lesson, I feel like she lied to him and herself. She played herself, because she probably thought, let me tell him what he wants to hear.
Yeah.
Don't do that, because now he's holding you to it, right? Yeah, don't do that, because now you're married, you're in it now, and every night this guy wants guy wants to flog.
This guy's bringing out all the equipment.
He said he wants to flog. He likes to hear you cry.
I want to flog her
every night. He wants to flog you, and you can't.
I mean, it sounds
you're
mad.
Backtracking now,
mad.
so it sounds mad. But she wasn't herself. She didn't portray her true self, and he's married her now, and but she's trying to backtrack. You can't do that.
But it only gives you a gauge on his words. For example, let's say, like, you know, BDSM to be like a certain list of things. You're like, I'm comfortable to do this, that, and the next, blah blah blah. And let's say he's doing his thing. I mean, in the beginning, it's different anyway. So we have to almost get that part out of the way.
Like our sister Jada said, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. In the beginning, it's different.
In the beginning.
And then once you've been doing it for a little bit, then certain things become normalized, certain things become boring, certain things, you know what I mean? It changes. Just the same normal thing that you was always doing, it changes over time. But it doesn't express in his words, like, if the acts were escalating, because, like, it might be all fun at this level, and then, you know, it could have got married, and then he brought out the real equipment, and you're like,
I didn't sign up for this. This is not what I wanted.
What is that?
Yeah, this one is too much.
And then man is flogging her.
She's doing she's doing safe word, and he's not having it. Right, she's doing safe word, he's not having it.
There's no safe words.
But at that point,
the
that's
safe word
assault.
was I do.
At that point, that's assault. I feel like the thing is, and I'm gonna be on the fence, I feel like I get her point. I get where she's coming from, and I get where he's coming. I do actually get where he's coming from, because you have to, when you're dating, you have to be yourself, and you have to be true to yourself, and you have to be honest, because the other person, the whole point of dating is to collect information about each other and figure out whether or not this is the person I want to be with.
You
especially if
compatible.
Yeah, especially if you're dating with marriage as the goal.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just dating to have fun, then it don't matter, innit? I don't care what you like.
Yeah.
I just want to have my fun, and when I'm ready and I'm bored of that, I'll move on. Cool. But when you're dating with purpose, in that you're dating to marry, it's really important that you're yourself, so they can make an informed decision. She wasn't herself. Now, the other thing about it, the other thing on her perspective is it could be that she was willing to do that, but she thought it maybe sometimes we're gonna have some vanilla sex, and sometimes we'll do
which is fair
and reasonable.
But have you never had a? I'm just trying to think if this has ever happened to me, because this is the only other thing that I can think of. Have you never had a sexual experience that changed your feelings about something that you was once comfortable with, if you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because that's the only other thing that I can think of is like, maybe she was fine with it, and then obviously she's had a revelatory experience.
It could be that she was,
sex, and then you're like,
it could be that she was open to trying it, and then she's tried it, and then she's tried it again, and the first time was okay, second time was okay, third time she's like, hold on a second, I don't actually like this. I think that's okay, which is why I think he's moving a bit mad by saying there's other people that are willing to do this for me. I will cheat. He's making a threat. It's either you do it my way or I'm gonna cheat. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's
I don't like that, and especially because we're talking about, in his words, flogging his wife. This is not. Oh, I like to spank her, or like I like to whip her, or he said he likes to flog her. It sounds a little bit more than
he wants to beat her.
It's more than, to me, and I'm not freak shaming, I don't believe in that, but it sounds like it's more than BDSM sex. It's more than your sadist. To me it's borderline. Even the way he's talking about it is borderline. It's a bit triggering. But
it's just, to be fair, like it's a very different part of sex anyway, because like I am not like well versed in all of those extra activities that surround
extracurricular.
The extracurricular, yeah, you know what I mean? Like there's certain things that I think like, yeah, this is like directly related to sex, and I understand how like people get pleasure from it within the realms of sex, and then there's other things that I'm like, this is actually a bit more removed.
So do you
think
I
understand
beating each other is removed from sex? From
it
sex?
It depends. Like I said it like Trick Daddy. It depends. It depends. Because I'll never get over that interview. That moment had me twist. Okay. I think beating is related in terms of like physical, like spanking, the literal, as in like me literally touching her or her literally touching me. But when you bring in whips, chains, ropes, etc., then it becomes like, do you know what I mean? For me, sex is like a very literal thing. So when you add in the extra steps, it's not that it's not sexual, but it requires more. It requires more buy-in for me. Like the further away it is from the other actual human being, the more buy-in I would require to find it still sexual.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. But you're talking about your personal sexual preferences right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
I can't even remember what the exact question was. I just started talking about me. But like,
yeah. No, that's cool. It's a conversation between you and I. Share your truth. Share your truth.
My truth is there for the sharing.
I think I get, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna share my own truth for that's for we
already know what your truth is doing Wimbledon. You're doing
I cannot
40 love with Dami, 3 a.m. 40 love.
I cannot with you. I cannot with you.
Deuce with Dami, 3 a.m.
I cannot. Lord.
Everyone is turning to the umpire. Is that a foul or is that is that an ace?
I ain't saying nothing. I'm not saying anything. I cannot confirm nor deny.
Hey. I cannot confirm nor deny.
But
the allegation set against me.
I think he's moving a bit where at this point because he's making threats now. It's either
you can't be
allows me to flog her every night.
Mad.
Or I shouldn't laugh because it's not funny. She should either let me flog her every night or I'm gonna cheat. And I think that's unfair. I feel like there needs to be compromise. Because let's put it this way. Let's say, for example, you're not into try before you buy like me. I believe you must try. You must. But some people, cool, like for religious reasons, you believe in waiting until you get married. There's no guarantee that you're going to be sexually compatible, which means you need to be willing and open to learning each other, one, and two, again, there's a big chance that you're not going to be into the same sort of things. You're going to have to be willing to compromise. So stuff that you might not have thought that you were willing to do, you will now do it because you didn't hash that out before you got married. Because the thing about sexual desire, especially in marriage, there shouldn't be any boundaries really, unless you've both agreed on these boundaries. That's my personal belief. So like once I'm married, whatever, there's no boundaries. Like we're now one in it. Like babes, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want, that's it.
Whatever you want to do, let's do it.
Man. Unless
we already agreed that there's certain areas that are off limits. Do you understand? Right. So if that conversation hasn't been had prior, then you've got to be willing to compromise on everything. And even if afterwards you're willing to compromise, you're willing to say, do you know what, I'm not really into that, then you run the risk of your partner not being sexually gratified with you, which means after a while, we are humans, body no be firewood, the flesh wants what it wants. After a while, that person's going to be like, right, I'm not sexually fulfilled. So this is the reason why.
But then how much of that is your responsibility? Like, I understand
as a married couple, I would hate to be married and be either side of that coin. I would hate to be married and my husband can't sexually fulfill me. What? Why did I get married then?
But you might not.
Because I got married. I got married for companionship and unlimited sexy time.
Yeah, unlimited. But what if they fulfill some but not all? Do you know what I mean? Like I 100% hear what you're saying. Like the ideal scenario is to basically find your perfect match in all facets of your being. And then that's the person you marry, so they complete you in terms of your humor. They're exactly in line with your humor, and their conversation is in line, and the Wimbledon is Wimbledoning, and you know what I'm saying. But obviously, that person does not exist. There's no perfect person that is that alpha.
Oh no, there isn't. No.
To your yang. So what I'm saying is, in the realms of sex, again, someone is not gonna perfectly fill all of your gaps.
But they have to be willing. They have to be willing to at least. So this is what I'm saying. So like, let's say there's a real kink that it really gets me. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, not me. Let me take myself out of it. There's a real kink that gets your toe like this.
Wait. It's you now. Carry on.
You really pointed at the camera. You really did this.
It's you now.
Okay, so let's say for me, okay, cool. Let me take it and own it, right? So let's say there's something that really like this, that one thing, and my husband's like, I'm not into it. I'm never gonna do it. So for the rest of my life, this thing that I love, I have to just accept that.
Forgo it.
Do you know what I mean? After a while, I'm gonna be like, after a while. Sorry, if this one thing that is gonna make sex for me fantastic, and you've denied me of it, after a while, when we have sex, it'll be good, but it's not going to be like, damn, my husband put it down right, because that one thing that I wanted, he said no to, which means eventually I'm going to be like, I want to get that somewhere else.
I hear you.
Or for the rest of my life, I'll be, every time he wants to tap me on the shoulder at nighttime, I'm going to be like, okay, but I'm not really feeling it because I'm doing, and personally, I'll be honest, me personally, if I'm not really feeling it, you'll know. He won't even be able to do anything because it'll be like, it's a wrap from there. We can't move forward. We can't do this no more sexually. So I feel like in a marriage, I feel like you need to be, that's why I said it's about being open. Like, you kind of have to give yourself a little bit. It'll have to be a bit of, there shouldn't be, it's taken off the table. It shouldn't be taken off the table unless both of you are not into it. Do you see what I'm saying? But if one of you's into it and the other one isn't, then you kind of, the one that isn't kind of has to give that other person, fulfill their needs sometimes. I'm not saying every single time, allow him to flog you, but don't say, oh, now we should have sex the normal way, because what you're actually doing is you're fetish shaming him. The thing that he likes, you're saying it's not normal, which is why I did this, because BDSM is a way that a lot of people enjoy. A lot of people enjoy BDSM. There are a lot of people that have the sadist way of having sex, which is inflicting pain on the other person. And like I said, there's a lot of people that like to receive the pain.
Of course. So
that's fine. If that's what you love, that's what you enjoy, that's what gets you there.
You know what?
That's fine.
I think people should enjoy what they enjoy.
Right.
But everyone's need to feel like they are normal. That's crazy. It's not normal. I
don't agree. I don't think there's such thing as normal. I think we've all been conditioned to think that.
No, but the thing is that
we've all been conditioned to think that penetrative sex, and actually, if we're gonna really bring it down, doing things like different positions like doggy, even oral sex to some people is not normal. It's not normal.
It's not normal. It's not.
But it is.
No, it's normalized, but it's not normal.
No, it's normal to you. However way you like to have sex is normal to you.
Yeah.
The only place I draw the line, obviously, is rape and anything to do with children. That's not normal, sorry. Or people having sex with things like animals or whatever. I would not call that normal. But
the thing
how you have sex with your partner, consensual, however way you do it is normal. No matter who your partner is.
Each to their own.
Right. It's normal.
How you choose is your vibe. My thing is, everyone has an obsession with whatever they decided as being normal. And that is why I'm like, but just accept that it's not normal and enjoy it for what it actually is. Because your obsession with it being classed as normal is problematic, because then it becomes exclusionary when you start talking about, but you people that have sex with animals, do you know what I mean? Because
that's not normal. That's not normal.
that's their normal. That's why
it's not normal. It's not normal.
Thing.
No, like I said, what I'm saying is, in the context of this scenario, him enjoying, him being a sadist is normal.
That's his vibe. He can do
her saying that he should stop doing that and have normal sex, is what I don't agree with that.
It's problematic because that's not what they married into.
That's not even the reason for me. For me, it's just the fact that sex with your partner, even if it's not your partner, consensual sex between two adults who are old enough to have sex, right? Is normal, no matter how they do it, no matter whether they do BDSM, whether they decide to do missionary day in, day out, whether they only do use toys, they never actually have penis to vagina interaction or whatever it is.
Well, she said the government name.
Because I have to, this is big internet, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Hello. I'm gonna make sure I say it right. Yes, government name out here, right? Or because again, there's couples out there, there's things like pegging.
What's pegging?
You didn't know? My dear. Pegging is when a woman wears basically like a dildo, and she is the one that penetrates the man.
There's a reason why I don't know about that one.
Yeah, she penetrates the man. Cool. That's pegging, right? So there's that. And then there's also sex between members of the LGBTQ community.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so sex is a range of things between two consensual adults, and all types of sex between two consensual adults, or even if they want to do a threesome, foursome, whatever they want to call it, as long as they're all consensual, all of it is normal. So we shouldn't really, it's because it's normal to them. So I feel like the whole we should be having normal sex. It's like, bruv, what is normal sex? There's no such thing as normal sex.
You know, I think this is a whole subject for our next episode, you know.
We can
not immediate.
Not now.
But I think we need to revisit.
We can revisit this one.
We need to revisit Norma.
Do you think he's right in saying that he's going to cheat? Because that's really the question. Because he said, his question is, what should I do? Because I will cheat. So what do you think he should do?
Well, he's already told us that he's going to cheat, because she doesn't want to have sex in that way. So that's clear. Whether he's right to cheat or not, no. Realistically, he should be working with her. She doesn't want to do that, but she is happy for him to, I don't know, invite other people into their bedroom to flog them and just to get him what he wants, and then to either have sex with her, or she's happy to watch or to be a part of the experience. There's compromise. There's many steps in between that are not cheating, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's just a very extreme. It's just a very extreme statement.
Yeah, because I mean, he could flog another woman, and then that one can get out, and he gives the wife the pounding. But who really wants to watch their man flog another woman? And I'm sure, because he likes the cries, I'm sure that even the person he's flogging is the person he will want to.
Of course.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, be true to yourself. Do not lie about what you're into, because when you now marry, it's gonna be a sticky one. Because I feel like I read that and I was like, whoa, I don't even know what to say, because they're married, innit? And sex matters to him a lot, clearly.
Yeah.
And
you know what?
And I feel like I feel like I'm reading between the lines, but I'm assuming she really wants to please this guy, because that's what she sold him a lie. She told him that she was into it so that he could be with her, which suggests to me that she really does want to please this guy, but she can't take it anymore. She's getting bruises.
From him, but she's just not feeling that outcome.
She just doesn't want to be beat no more.
I mean, in my eyes, she attempted a good thing. I think trying to go above and beyond your station is admirable, if that's what she was doing. But also, from both sides, you also have to realize that compromise is a requirement of any relationship, no matter how big or small. And you just need to know where your price lies, where you're willing to compromise and it's cool, and where you're not willing to compromise, and to let people know that.
And you have to be in agreement. You have to be in agreement, because if you're not in agreement, it causes issues like this, where one's looking to step out, the other one's feeling obligated. And you know what? I have to say, this happens to women a lot. It happens to women a lot, where, and even I've been in predicaments where I didn't really want to, I wasn't really feeling it, but because you don't want to let the guy down or whatever, you just go with the flow. Do you understand? And I don't know. I don't think men really have that pressure. And correct me if I'm wrong. Like that, maybe some guys do. And if you do, then basically I don't think
guys have that much.
I mean, I'm trying to be inclusive here. I'm trying to be inclusive, but I know for women, a lot of women have been in that predicament.
I'm sure there are cases, but I think on the whole, generally speaking, I think guys will have that issue far less, and women will have it far more, because there's so much more porn out there for men's consumption. And I think that's what dictates a lot of these ideologies around women. So like when you, I don't know, for example, I feel like every guy just expects every straight guy expects that their woman would give them a blowjob. Like That's kind of a normal expectation of a guy. So I think any woman who's not necessarily into that or wouldn't want to be is almost forced by the culture to have to do that.
And I'm sorry to interject here. When is it going to be the norm and the expectation for men to go down on their women? Yes.
I think that's normal.
There's a lot of guys out there. Nah, I can never. It's like, I mean, let me tell you a secret. Yeah, if you do it and you do it properly, it's like you unlock a new level. You unlock a new level to the set. No, you unlock a new, because if you do it and you do it right, she's really into it. Yeah, it'll be a different type of sex for you. That's all I'm gonna say. It needs to be normalized. If it's normal for girls to give blowjobs,
I think it's pretty.
It should be normal for men. No, it's not. It's still not.
I think it's. I mean, I feel like maybe there might be an age. I think there might be an entry point. Like maybe it's not normal at like
a certain age.
And I definitely know when I was a young man, like there was no way.
But it was still normal to get a blowjob.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Again,
so,
it's the unfamiliarity of it.
I don't think it's like, that. I think it's because of porn. Yeah, it's normalized for women to suck a man's dick. Yeah, but it's still not as normalized. It's not for the case.
But I feel like there's I mean, it's much more accessible to watch now. But I would say that there's that show both ways. It's not.
I mean, I don't watch porn, and I haven't watched porn for a very long time, so I can't say that I know what's out there right now with porn.
That it's out there for people to see.
I
think it's just not. It's just not that. Yeah.
I don't think it's the same level of normalized, because just literally, yeah, young guys, no matter the age. Once they start having sex, to them, they're expecting a blowjob because it's normal. Yeah. Whereas even at a young age, young men do not think it's. They don't. If it doesn't. It's either it doesn't cross their mind. They don't think they need to, or they don't think it's something that should be expected of them.
No, I think it's just a little bit of a test of your masculinity. You feel like there's all this pressure, this external pressure from girls and society that you should have to do this thing. Like it's almost presented in the same way as a blowjob.
I disagree to a woman, so much.
But I think,
this is a separate.
The reaction is different.
This is a different. This is a different podcast. This has to be separate. This has to be its own. Yeah, we will come back to this. And girls, I'm on your side, because I guarantee, yeah. Man, I'm telling you, I've dated guys that are like, I can never, but they want a blowjob though.
Yeah.
So, and the grown men. So it's not normalized. Don't let him.
We'll get into it. Don't let
Venxm lie. Listen, I got
not
you,
lying.
girls. I got
I'm
you.
not out here to lie.
No, it's not. I got you. Don't worry, I got you. Because it's not normal. It's not normalized. It's not, and it should be.
Don't worry about it.
It should be. Trust me. Well, yeah. I mean, it's been a good conversation, Venxm. This was fun.
Always.
This was fun. I've had to park some things for another day, so it's cool.
But we're coming back.
So just make sure you come back and listen again. Yeah, I feel like at this point, I might as well tell you where you can find me. So you can find me on Instagram, Dami.Zain. That's spelled DAMI.ZAIN. You can also find me on Twitter, Dami Zain, without the dot in the middle. So just DAMIZAIN. Venxm, where can we find you?
Boom. So I'm here. I'm on YouTube as Venxm Music. That's VENXM.music. And also on Instagram as Venxm Music, VENXM.music. And then Venxm.com. You can find me there.
And his music is lit, guys. So I just have to say.
Oh, yeah. And you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all of them things there with the big boy tunes.
That's right. And you can find our podcast as well.
I mean, if you hear, you got to find
That's our right. But tune in next time. And it'll be interesting, actually. Especially for our YouTube watchers / listeners, if you can pop in the comments what your thoughts about the dilemma that I read out, and also what you think about this whole normal conversation, and also give me some help with the content in terms of whether or not licking out is normalized like blowjobs? Because I want to know.
We'll see what happens in the comments. You get me?
Exactly. Peace.